Good evening, everyone. This is Joe Henches with Beyond the Chart, and this is it's not a market update. This is well, what do we call it? Key trades. This is the key trades video where we look at some stocks for the coming week. So Beyond the Charts, this is where we're helping traders learn more about the markets, make better trades, and to be successful. Let's take a look at Apache. That's the first stock. I got into Apache. Where is my cursor? There it is. I got in Apache after I looked like I had an ABC correction, and I got in right down in here after looking at hourly charts that told me we had 5 waves down. I thought, okay, let's go ahead and take a shot and get in. Thought we were going to rip. Well, it didn't, and when I got a close below the 10-day exponential moving average, the blue line, and a close below the low of that day, I exited. So, not really quite sure what's going on here, but ended up on the options. I had December 90 calls, took a 24% loss, and basically, my perspective is next. Let's take a look at Quahu. I talked about this. I've been in and out of this. I talked about this on an earlier videos. I'm not going to go back into that detail. I still think this is headed down because we have had a major 3-wave move. We have had a major all the way from August of 2012, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a big extended 5. And when you have a big extended 5, there's a very good chance of it coming all the way back down to wave 2 of the 5th wave, and then bouncing and then coming down to wave 4 to complete the correction. So I think we got some move down. I'm watching the 60-minute waves to see if there's a possibility to get back in and ride it down again. So that one is definitely on my radar. Let's take a look at Silver Wheaton. Silver Wheaton I talked about 2 weeks ago, right around in here, where I said, okay, if you get it closed below the 10 and below the last 2 days, get in. We got that right here. This is where we've been a good chance to go short on puts. It has proceeded to move down. Basically, we had one up day. Since that day, we've had one up day of the last 6. So it's now broken this trend line. This looks like a head and shoulders. It still looks negative to me. So Solar City, I want to take a look at that. We've talked about that. Okay, I said when we were looking earlier in this week, I think it was last weekend, where it looked like the projections were a minimum target of 65 or 72, 73 for wave 5. If this was wave 4, then it could be here or here. Now, it's totally possible that this was the minimum projection on wave 5 and this thing is rolling over and correcting right now. But it just doesn't have the feel to me like it's like that's really a, here's 1, 2, is this really 3? So I'm just very suspicious about that. Now, it could be we're into some kind of complex 2, and 2 is never completed here. But right now, I'm kind of wondering if this isn't a corrective 4, and we're moving back up high. So we'll have to just watch to see if we get some kind of reversal down in here. And that was what I would tell you to be alert for, some kind of reversal in the next couple of days on Solar City, reversal higher. Let's see, the next one I wanted to look at is Transocean, which is RIG Rig. And do I not have it up? Oh, there it is. Okay. Transocean, this wasn't really on my radar. I think I'd been pulling back. I wasn't quite sure what I was doing, but I think I realized, that this might be a wave 3 starting to kick off after this huge corrective move down here in Transocean. And the fact that we had this descending triangle, and then when I realized on what was the 4th? The 4th was Monday. We got a close above the last 2 days and a close above the 10-day, and with the 10-day so solidly above the 20, above the 50, I thought, okay, this looks like a buy signal. So on the 5th, the morning of the 5th, I got in around 48.19, and actually this was the night on the 6th. That's when their earnings came out after the market closed. They had great earnings, exploded, and it exploded up here. I got out 2 minutes after the market opened. I got out right up here, up where it was above the Keltner channels. Now, honestly, given that this is a possible wave 3 and this is a third wave, I probably jumped the gun a little bit and could have sat in to, ride the, have a close below the lower low or a break of the prior day low or something like that. But, I grabbed the profit and ran. So I'm not quite sure where this is going. A potential resistance coming in up here at 55.5. So anyway, that was rigged. That was something that just kind of developed since last weekend. And I think it was the other one we were looking at Facebook. I'm still watching Facebook to see if we can't get a correction here. I think it's pulling back. I'm looking for and expecting a flat, which if that was going to be a flat, then I would get a rally and then another sell-off. And the reason I'm expecting a flat is because this move here was kind of a zigzag, A, B, C, okay? And it took what? 1, 2, 3, 4 months to correct. I don't think it's going to take that long on this one. Maybe it'll take longer, but just be aware that's kind of the environment that we're looking for here. Las Vegas Sands. Where is it? I'm not seeing it. LVS, let's go get it. Okay, LVS to me has had a big 5-wave move. This is where you've got to be careful because it could correct all the way back down. So my feeling is I would be very careful about jumping in on this, at this point. I think we've had even 5 waves into this move and that we've had 5 waves up since July of 2012. So we could have major corrective action in here if you want to play to the downside. That's fine. No major thing to play there as far as I can see. Let me go to some other ones to definitely put on your radar. Let's look at Yandex because I think Yandex we're in wave 3 and we're in 1, 2, 3, 4. This is corrective wave 4. We got one more wave up at wave 3, and because wave 3 extended, it should be a shallow correction, and we're getting that. So I'm looking for some kind of reversal and upside move on Yandex. So this is kind of alert to watch for that here as a buy signal on Yandex. Yoku to-do. Similar type thing with Yoku as in Yandex. Because we had a zigzag here, I was expecting a flat, and we're getting that. We give A, and the flat B comes all the way back up to the start of A. Okay, A, B, and C. I'm looking for a reversal on Yandex, on Yoku, to head higher here. So that's the other one. We talked about Facebook, and then I will end this with Freeport-McMoRan. That's the way I pronounce it anyway. It may not be correct. I think this has just completed a wave 1 move, okay, from a big corrective action that's been going on for quite a while, actually. So because we've seen 5 waves up. Now, here's where you got to be. If we've had 5 waves up, we need to watch for the pullback. Wave 1 is usually in the 50 to 68%. I mean, we're really done this. So that's what I'm going to be looking for on Freeport-McMoRan is a pullback down into here and then a reversal up. So I'm not going to be trying to jump in here right away. I'll be waiting to see if I can get the kind of correction that I feel like needs to be shown. I think that's the ones I talked about right now. So let's keep an eye on Yandex, on Yoku, and of course Freeport or Facebook, and of course I'm in Mosaic, and of course I'm watching Quahu very closely. So that is the update for now. Have a great week. We'll talk to you Tuesday night. This has been Joe for Beyond the Chart. Have a great Monday. Talk to you soon.